got asked about when white supremacist fans, which athletes they feared. Now, I had got an interesting request about this because the couple of the names mentioned was Tiger Woods and Patrick Mahomes. And I'm gonna address that, and then I'm gonna go into other topics beyond that, though. But um, Tiger was scary to white folks at the golf course for a minute. Cause I remember Fuzzy Zilla made those racist remarks, and even ironically, remember what's the More Money, More Problems with Biggie, Puffy, and Mace. The video, Puffy was reincarnating himself as Tiger. Ain't that something? If you remember Mace and they were impersonating Fuzzy Zella too. Wasn't that something? But anyway, Tiger to an extent, but ironically, after he had his personal woes, they embraced him. He was like a OJ Simpson type for golf. He got a reception where he's definitely ingrained. But I think it's because they know there ain't gonna be another one. Really, there won't be another brother coming along the streams anytime soon. So they're very happy to have one of him. But he left such they have to give it up to him. He made golf a household sport in a word. He took it with Jack Nicholson, even the late great Arnold Palmer, Tom Watson, and you Ben Hogan. All them guys could never do. He made that thing a happening sport. So they are in debt to him. I'll tell anybody who's ever competing now, all these cats that are playing his peers to now, they should get that man $1 out of every check they get because he made that sport a multi-billion. Even that whole thing with Saudi Arabia, the whole commercial, they should pay him $1 because he made that sport go to a whole nother level. Without Tiger Woods, the money ain't the same. So, but they different. Now, Patrick Mahomes is the most polarizing figure today in sports because he's winning and he's also treading on Brady and Montana toes for a black quarterback. And they got more black quarterbacks. Like I said, in the last decade, that's been more the norm. It wasn't the norm 20 years ago. Okay. And it wasn't the norm 15 years ago. We'll say somewhere between 2011, 2012, the last 10, 12 years. That's been more that you're seeing more. It wasn't always the case as little as 15 years ago, and surely not 20 years ago, because you had the few and far in between. Now, you pretty much got to have one, pretty much. Even there's still some teams who don't, but most do. Point is, though, he definitely polarizing, and he scares them because he keep winning, and then what you gonna do if he three-peats? To me, he's the GOAT. I know Brady got 7, but if that guy can three-peat, come on now. And his stats and his dominance, come on now. It's unheard of. It's uncanny. He's on a different stratosphere. It's like he didn't figure out the game. He's scary. But, and of course, you could make a case for Ali in the past. To an extent, he was scary to some. He resistance. Mike Tyson, a little bit. Once upon a time, I'd say post prison, he scared some of them to an extent. Um, Basketball, always the black centers because they never ever call them the greatest. They never called Wilt Chamberlain the greatest. They never called Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the greatest. And never called Bill Russell the greatest. Never called Shaquille O'Neal the greatest. So the black center is a scary for supremacists because it's always been this analysis to put the guard up. If you're great, you're great. Not so much track and field except when Black Power salute, and that was the only time that really became. But most times with track and field, it's not. I'm thinking about different sports when I say this. O.J. Simpson, because of what happened and the false charges, because he's not guilty, but they don't want to acknowledge the greatness of him. So in hindsight, that's where they're at. But if I had to think, and I'm really thinking, and of course the obvious elephant in the room in baseball is Barry Bonds. They hate him. They have no answer. That nothing was proven. They just go on this white supremacist hate of him, and I'll say it what it is because that man is a Hall of Famer. That man changed. It was incredible. He is probably up there. He's up there in terms of the ones that they detest the most because they know they've never seen anything like him. And he was ahead of the curve. Serena Williams. Yeah. I'd say if I'm gonna give a top five of the most white supremacists got a problem with black athletes who scared them. Jack Johnson, the boxer. Black man with white women and driving cars and living his life, living his best life over 100 years ago. Are you kidding me? Jack Johnson, Barry Bonds, Serena Williams come to mind. And you probably got to throw Patrick Mahomes because again, he's doing something. See, and when I use my criteria, it's based on dominance of a sport that was considered lily white or a position that was lily white, and so they got no answer for it. They don't, and they have to. They just don't. You know. So, just saying. So those come to mind. Um, those four come to mind. I say Jack Johnson, Barry Bonds, Serena Williams, Patrick Mahomes, and probably Colin Kaepernick. Yeah. He didn't really get all of it out of him as a quarterback. He did get to a Super Bowl. So let's remember that. And if you watch the 49ers, they will acknowledge Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy. And when they lost close Super Bowls as Cap did too. But they won't touch Cap. So is that black enough for you? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. And I do take request videos. Stay safe, stay blessed. Next time I catch you. Peace. I'm out.